Hey guys, and welcome back to Cars and Guitars. Today I'll finally be working on this SX guitar of mine. I've actually barely tested things since I bought it not too long ago, pretty much just testing out the feel and sound of it, as well as checking to see if there's any issues with it. So far I've found no issues, but today I'll be taking a deeper dive into this guitar and literally taking it apart to see what this thing really looks like. I'm going to check out the fretboard and frets, check the electronics on the back here, and take out the pickups to see what they really are, and then strip this guitar down and prep it for refinish. So far, just by looking at the fretboard here, I can totally tell it's been sitting around for quite a while. It's been very dry, very, if you can even hear that, very scratchy. So whoever owned this last, they didn't really care too much for it. They just let it sit out and just collected dust for a little while. But whatever, that's the whole part of having it here. Because gonna fix it up, gonna polish these frets, gonna clean the fretboard with some lemon oil, and then just see how it goes from there. And like I was saying before, I never really tested this guitar. I just plugged it in, played it, got to see how it sounded. And it actually sounds quite nice just for the stock pickups, but look at that, like look at how high that is. Again, never tested, so this is stock for how it looks. Well, plays fine. The action is actually quite, not too bad. It could be lower though, but other than that, nothing too crazy with it. Let's take it apart and see what it looks like. Alright, let's see in here. I can get this open. There we go. So right off the bat, looks like there's some mini pots in here. Looks like, the 3 full switch is actually a little different from what I've seen in other stuff. That's interesting. It doesn't look like there's any cover on this backing plate here. It's a little strange. The routing is actually quite nice. Okay, so maybe that's something I'll upgrade. I'll upgrade these mini pots into something a little bigger. So far, from what I've played, it didn't sound too bad, but we might just change those out. I'll keep the stock switch. That one seems to be quite nice. As I was saying before, when I played this thing, the stock pickups actually sounded really nice. So I'm definitely going to keep those for this guitar. But let's pull these out, and let's see how hot these things really are. I forgot to grab my speed tuner, but whatever, let's do the old-fashioned way. The tuner is also quite nice. Never seen these before, these tombstone style tuners before. Looks like SX's own brand, as you can see on the back here. Yeah, they actually feel quite nice. No skipping, no nothing. Very smooth. I could do this the very quick way, by just taking some side cutters and cutting the strings off, but honestly, that's just how I've never done it that method. I've always just done it this way.
Two hours later.
There we go. Alright, let's take these strings out. There we go. Smooth. Oh yeah, just like any other Les Paul. It's very dusty. Okay. tend to take these things off. So let's grab my soldering iron. Let's take this thing off. Alright, now we finally have pickups up. Again, cavities actually look pretty good in here. A little bit of garbage in there, whatever. Very nicely routed, very clean. Alright, let's check these things out. See how hot these things really are. Okay, so here's the bridge pickup. Reading 16.3. Pretty good, actually. Again, stock pickups. Like, that's pretty good for stock. Alright, now for the neck pickup. See what this one reads. .9. Wow, what the heck? I didn't have these backwards, did I? 17. Hold on. Huh. Really? Definitely placed them in the right order there. Huh. No, also stayed a constant. Yeah. 16.3 ohms. Wow. It's the first time I've ever seen a guitar where the neck pickup is higher than the bridge pickup. Crazy. Oh well. That's what it reads. Neat. Something off. So let's write that one down. This one, 16.3 ohms. And this one, high, 16.9 ohms. Again, that's very odd. Like, unless I'll have to check the footage again. Unless I put these in the wrong order. Could have sworn I grabbed this one. Yeah, definitely, yeah. Just by looking at the frames and the height, this one was definitely the bridge pickup, and this one was the neck pickup. That's very, very weird. Whatever. Hey, again, cheap guitar. Cheap pickups, again, sound nice, but cheap pickups, it is what it is. So, let's continue taking this thing apart. Alright, done. Again, other than the fact that this guitar was really dusty, not too bad. Yeah. Alright, and something I'm also going to do here, I think I'll leave this top half stock, just to keep the SX logo the exact same, but I think everything else around here I will burn using a butane torch up there just to give it a nice look. Then the back here I'm going to sand down just to get rid of that glossy finish, make it a satin finish. And then same thing with the body here. I think on the front here I'm going to try something a little different. I'm actually trying to use this heavy duty stripper. Let it sit for a little bit, and then chip away at it, and let's see if it actually takes a lot of the finish off here. Then after that, I think I'll go back to using my torch and see if that'll make it a good effect. Just because last time I did it on my rocker guitar, it kind of chipped away the paint a little too much, and then that's when I had to refill it with the resin. Preferably I don't want to do that again, but let's see if this will be a better choice to do now and later on in the future, instead of just taking the torch right to it immediately. I think I'll leave these in here just so I don't have to deal with them later. I could just easily just take this guy out of here and then take that one off, the ground off, but that shouldn't necessarily be in the way. I'm not going to deal with anything on the back. Going to leave the back just as it is, just black, and just deal with the front of this guitar. So let's put this off to the side, make sure it doesn't get damaged. And also too, I think with this backing plate, I think I'll add either an aluminum foil or a copper foil just to make sure that it's going to be shielded properly. Okay. I should take these out, but I don't really have any means for that. So let's try and do that. I think that should be good. Definitely applied a generous amount, literally patting it into the paint. So now, I'm thinking it's good to leave it for a couple of hours and come back and hopefully, this paint should be stripped quite a bit, just like an attempt to use my torch on it and give it a nice, cool look, just like my last guitar.